Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt. Joining me today, the head coach of the Valpo women's basketball team, Mary Evans. Coach Evans, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Aaron.
5 games into the season now. The first 4, you look back, Central Michigan, Southern Miss, Eastern Illinois, UAB, all pretty close games. I know that's something you obviously work on in practice in the preseason, kind of late game situations, being in your close scrimmages, you kind of work on them there too. Is it good to kind of get that much live experience with close late game situations early on in the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we play in a conference where you're going to be in battles night in and night out, and anytime you can get end of game situations or late game situations in your non-conference so that you're feeling even more prepared. I mean, you can prepare in practice and you can do situational work in practice, but you don't get the pressure you get in game situations. So I think it's been good for us to be in those moments. It's been very good for our youthful players to kind of have those experiences. And some of those experiences have turned out well for us, and other ones we've made some mistakes, but both ways we get an opportunity to learn from them and grow from them and hopefully be more prepared as we move forward into our Missouri Valley conference slate.
Last time out at Northwestern, the first non-close game of the season, the first of 2 Big Ten opponents for you this year. I think the final score was a bit deceiving despite not playing near our best. It was just an 18-point game entering the final quarter. Talk about why that game's going to be important for this year's team and what you take away from it.
That's a game that we've scheduled now for a second time since I've been here, and they play a very unique matchup zone. We've had a team in our conference, Drake, who has always been a matchup zone team, and they morph theirs a little differently, but it is quite similar. So it's been a good game for us to be able to play and to try some things and to put a game plan in to see what works, see what doesn't work, to help our players learn what we're trying to attack and how we're trying to attack that zone. And I think it's going to mean even more moving forward. Obviously, Bradley's new head coach was an assistant at Northwestern in the last 4 or 5 years, and I believe is running quite a bit of that defense as well. So, we were able to see some things, and at times I thought we executed very well and did the things that we wanted to do against it. I thought we got a lot of really good open shots. We unfortunately did not make those shots. So I think, along with it being a close game going into the fourth quarter, if we shoot the ball a little bit better, if we're a little bit more confident in those shots that we're getting, and we make more of those, it's a completely different looking game. And so, we've spent some time the last couple of days looking at the films, really making sure that our players understood how we were trying to attack that zone, what we were trying to get, and then got on the court and practiced against our practice guys. And I think we've got a better understanding of what we're trying to do. I think we understand more clearly as a team, in order to beat a matchup zone, you have to do it as a team. There's not a lot of ability to just play one-on-one against that, because there's going to be help. And so your job when you drive it is to force help and try to make the extra pass and keep that ball moving until we get the shot that we want to get. And again, a lot of good possessions where we did that, but too many empty possessions where we didn't. So great opportunity to learn and grow and help us moving forward as we go into the MVC, and we've got to play against some zones that are going to be very similar.
Want to touch on the point guard play so far this season. Obviously a spot where there wasn't much experience coming into this year. Obviously, Elise Pitts has been around, but she hadn't started a game before this year and had missed all of the 2021 season, missed a third of last season. And then you have Allie Saunders, a freshman this year. So some question marks there, but it seems like in the early going, they've both really stepped up for you and set the tone for the team.
Yeah, I think they've both been fantastic, and that was a concern coming in. I mean, we lost a lot of experience in that position, basically a 4-year starter. And those young women have stepped in. I think they've been fantastic. They have been extremely coachable. They have taken all the information that we've been giving them. They've been learning and growing, and I think they've done a good job running our team. And I think as they get more and more confident in what they're doing, I think they're going to become even better at using their voice to help us be more organized and to make sure we're executing and doing the things that we're doing. But, Elise has been here for a long time, but she has missed quite a bit of time due to injuries and various things. And her maturity and the way she stepped up and the way she is leading this year has been really fun to watch her mature and grow as a player. And it's been fun watching Allie kind of come into her own and figure out how she can affect change in our game and how she can get her teammates involved and get her involved. She's a talented young person in our program. But I think, Pitts has given her that opportunity to kind of come in and get her feet wet and not be thrown in the fire. And I'm really proud of both of them. And I'm looking forward to watching them both continue to grow as players and continue to push this team forward.
One thing which has stood out, especially in the last couple games, is the team's effort on the boards. You look at the UAB game, you out rebound them by 8. Last time out at Northwestern, you're only a -2 on the boards against the Northwestern team, which their previous game had been a +32. Has there been more of an emphasis as a coaching staff with the team on hitting the glass this year? And then I think specifically you look at Leah Ernest and the kind of the tone she's setting, leading the conference in rebounding right now.
Yeah, I think it's always been a focus. I think we've done a good job recruiting players that want to go rebound. I think Leah is one of those kids that loves to go get the board. I think Liv Sims loves to go rebound. Maya's does a great job boxing out and rebounding. Katie Byer rebounds. Ava rebounds. I think Allie's a good rebounding guard. Pitts is a good rebounding guard. And I think sometimes people see height and they automatically expect that that's going to be the reason why you're a good rebounding team, and that's not it. Good rebounding teams are made up of kids that want to go get the basketball and want to play with some physicality and check out and go get it. And I think that this team is buying into boxing out. And I believe they're buying into, especially defensively, getting all 5 people in there. And I think when we do rebound the basketball well, all 5 of our players are hitting people and pursuing. And when we don't, we've got people standing out spectating. I think they're doing a good job of being intentional about going out and going and getting the basketball this year. And I'm proud of how they're handling that. And we know it's an important thing moving forward.
Got 3 games over the next week, plus a tough opponent out of the MAC on Friday in Bowling Green. Next Wednesday, you take on Western Michigan, and then Friday at Western Illinois. What do you want to see out of the team heading into the exam break in these 3 games?
I think I want to see us get back, to competing every single possession. I thought there were some times in Northwestern where we kind of got frustrated or down, and we can't do that. We've got to continue to fight every single possession. I think we've got to get better at execution. That's been a big talk of this week, not just execution offensively on how we want to play things or what we want to get done within our offense, but executing our defensive game plan, executing our communication and our switches, getting back to being a little bit more aggressive. I thought we've been a little passive in our defense the last couple of games, and not turning people over. So I just want to see us play with great effort over the next week and a half, get back to playing Valpo basketball, both offensively and defensively, executing, playing our tempo and pace, not letting teams speed us up. I think UAB and Northwestern both kind of sped us up at times. And so that's been the focus. And I think they've had a good couple of days of practice. They've been excited to get back in the gym and improve. And I'm looking forward to playing on Friday night.
2 of those games here at the Arc, Bowling Green on Friday night, 6 p.m. It's Daughters Night. All daughters will get in for free and get a free t-shirt. Parents and guardians in for $5. And then Western Michigan at the Arc Wednesday at 6 p.m. Coach Evans, thanks for joining me today. Good luck in the next few games.
Thank you. Can't wait to see everybody out at the Arc.